Well, good evening. I'd like to call this regular meeting of the Shoalo City Council to order. By roll call, see that all council members are present this evening. Would like to welcome those that are with us tonight in the audience, as well as those who may be watching tonight on City 56. Would like to begin this evening with invocation. I've asked Councilmember Kelly if he'd lead us in a word of prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilmember Leach. Those who'd like to join with us, please stand.
Our Father in heaven, dear God, I thank you for the very privilege we have of gathering here, this country, in this manner, to see to the business of our little city. I thank you for each council member that meets regularly to take care of this business, and our staff. We are so blessed. We hurt at the loss of one of our members. We ask your loving kindness to be upon us in a very special way, as this community has suffered so in the last few days. Just pour your loving kindness out upon us as you always do. Ask that you be with our armed forces at home and abroad. Somehow we could just see a change in all the hate that's going on. Ask for wisdom as we deal with the matters before us in this city. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you for that prayer, Councilmember Kelly, and the Pledge of Allegiance, Councilmember Leach. This time we just want to pause and give a tribute here to one of our council members, Rennie Crittenden, who passed away on Saturday, January 4th at his home. We want to pay our respect to him and tribute to his great life that he lived and the service that he gave Shoalo.
Amen.
He was a council member for several years. He served on the planning and zoning from 2001 to 2006. He served on the city council from 2006 to 2010. 2 of those years he served as vice mayor, and then he served the last 8 years on the city council. So several years of public service. I missed my piece of chocolate and candy tonight. The Rennie he was our bag man who would bring us our candy and have it. You knew when Rennie Crittenden was in the room, and you knew his smile and infectious smile and the kindness that he was, person that he was, to make sure that he introduced himself and you knew who he was and he knew who you were. And he was always very complimentary and very kind. And some of the service that he did is he served as a liaison with the chamber of the board, chamber board, as well as the transit advisory committee. We owe a lot to Rennie for having the transit service that we have in our communities here and the things that it has done. Rennie rode that bus and he knew how it operated and he knew his purpose and the people who rode it. And we're grateful for what he did. And also the amount of time he spent with the Elks Lodge and the things of the child and things that made a difference in the lives of others. And Rennie will be missed. We'll miss him on this council for his wisdom, for his knowledge and the things that he had. And we just, our condolences go to his family and to those who in the community, we feel the loss of Rennie as well. And we hope that his wife, Bobby, is comforted at this time in her life. And we're thankful for all that she has done in the community as well, because it takes a great wife supporting her husband in many things that he has. At this time, we want to pay a tribute to Rennie. I have a little video here.
I'm the Show Low High School Spirit Leader, and I am shadowing Councilman Rennie Crittenden.
For Councilman Crittenden, I move to award the construction contract for the 2016 Rehabilitation and Rejuvenation of Public Roadways Slurry Seal, City of Show Low project number R-0416 to Southwest Slurry Seal in an amount not to exceed $327,874.
Being a native Arizonan, I've lived in a number of communities that have been under stress and trauma, and I have never, ever seen a community in an area like the White Mountains up here. Everyone here on the mountain in every community has pulled together, and I thank you all, and you should be extremely proud, from young people to old people, everybody. You should be extremely proud of this community and the way you have all pulled together, the way we have all pulled together in this time of stress and trauma. And thank you all. Designed and set up that it's going to last as far as the way it's laid out. They did long-term planning on it, and it's going to be there and be able to be functional for a long time, and they should be very, very proud of it. They did a great job. The City of Show Low participated in the Big Brothers Big Sisters Bowling fundraiser this last weekend, and I would like to say that our mayor did a wonderful job of contributing extra funds to the fundraising.
So did you, Councilmember Crittenden.
And it was a great time, and there was a lot of funds raised for Big Brothers Big Sisters and the kids that they work with. So thank you all for letting us participate. I've been working with the budgets here for quite a few years, and you and the staff, Carrie, et cetera, working on this budget, it is the smoothest and the best presentation and the best working efforts from anybody I've seen since I've been here as far as the budget process. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Mel, and his team and staff for putting that together. This time, let's just pause for a half a minute here and give tribute to Rennie. Thank you. Is there any council members who want to say anything right now? Councilmember Leach.
I'm sure most of you know when the service is, and it's February 1st at the Elks Lodge at 11 o'clock. A lot of you that have known Rennie over the years, I've known Rennie from the Elks Lodge all the way to here. It seems like we followed each other all the way up here. So he actually worked for me in my business for a week, and unfortunately, when I got off vacation and came back, I had to fire him. He'd take 2-hour, 3-hour lunches. If you guys knew Randy back in the day, he liked to go golfing. We did that on his lunch hour. So my shop was supposed to be open 8 hours a day, and I think it was open like 4. But anyway, if you know anything that you would like to say about Rennie, something funny that he did over the years or something, please contact me. Bobby's asked me to speak at the service, kind of keeping it sort of small. So if you think of something that Rennie has done, especially you councilmen, I know we've all had those with Rennie. If you think about it, maybe shoot me an email and we'll do that on February 1st. But he's going to be missed. I don't know who else I'm going to pick on now. He was my pick on guy. Every time we go to meetings, everybody go, oh my gosh, you two can't sit together. So we kind of embarrass everybody at meetings, but it was fun. It kept it comical. Like I said, I don't know who we're going to pick to sit down there, but hopefully we can find somebody that we can pick. So it's going to be missed.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
I didn't know Rennie at the very beginning when he first moved up here and everything else, but then I seen him work at the Elks Lodge and when my daughter was married and we had a little reception there. But being on the council with Rennie for all these years has been a blessing. He's been a guy that stands for people and he stands up for what he believes in. He won't back down and he will help you out with whatever you needs to. But if he needs money for the kids, he'll come and get it out of your pocket. So that's one thing that Rennie always came and got some money out of us. So he's going to be really missed, and we appreciate what he's done for the city of Show Low and for the people in the city of Show Low.
Thank you. Councilwoman Kukovas?
Rennie had a big heart, and he loved this community with all of his heart, loved his wife and his family. He was a knucklehead. Always had something to say about every little thing and never let you get away with anything without embarrassing you. But he's really, really going to be missed and had a lot of fun doing the bowling, Bowl for Kids' Sake. And you're right, he would always come and get money out of your pocket and make sure that you were giving everything you had for those kids. And we'll miss him.
Councilmember Hatt?
Rennie was a very good man. He was a person that left a burning spot in your soul when he left. He was always a person that wanted to make sure that you remembered the conversation that you had with him, particularly if you didn't have an agreement with him on something. But he was a person I deeply respected. He had the ability to convey a thought very well. And we spent some nice times together going down to legislative meetings and such as that. But he's a person that will be deeply missed, I know, by this council and by myself. And I love him with my heart.
Thank you. Councilmember Kelly?
Yeah, thank you. Rennie gave and gave and gave to the city of Show Low, to the people around him, to the organizations that he served in. What he did with his heart. He did it. And he will be, I know I'm saying the same thing that you've heard over and over, but he will be missed. I miss him already. He will be missed.
Thank you, council members. We did have Rennie as my witness to my fastest drive through Salt River Canyon. He was my co-pilot, and he and I were laughing, having a great time, while a council member and city attorney and city manager were white knuckles screaming. So, there's a difference between having a good time, and some people in the front seat have a better time than those in the back. So, but Rennie was a front seat driver. He got things done, and we appreciate him. Rennie, you'll be missed. At this time, we have a call to the public. Any citizen desiring to speak on a matter that's not on the agenda may do so at this time. I know that we cannot respond to criticism made by those, but we can ask for staff to review a matter or put a future matter on the agenda. And it's limited to 3 minutes per person. At this time, we have one person who's filled out a card, Mr. Daniel Rawling. Good evening.
Thank you. I'd like to echo the words of what we saw from Rennie first. It is a true honor to live here in the White Mountains, particularly in this city that I've been able to be a part of for quite some time. I've written some words down because I don't think I will be able to express and get through it if I'm not able to just read it. So if you could please bear with me. As many of you know, my name is Daniel Rawlings. I stand here this evening with gratitude in my heart. I'd like to take a moment of your time to thank this great community, which my family and I are honored to be a part of. In our time of need, many people, churches, schools, and businesses stepped up to help us carry the burden so we didn't have to do it alone. We have felt the prayers offered on our behalf, have been able to see the tender mercies of service given. We would like to say thank you. And as I feel thank you is not enough to express the love shown to me and my family, it is all I have to offer. To all those who gave of their time to join in the search for our precious Willa, those that prepared meals, to those that helped raise funds, both businesses and personal individuals, to those that welcomed us back home while standing in the freezing cold, to those that gave freely of their time and talents, we say thank you and may God bless you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Daniel, and your family, and thank you for what you've taught our community and for your example. Will always be remembered. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This time, our next item is special events. Anyone else on call to the public? Sorry. Seeing nobody else moved on call to the public, I'll close call to the public. Come back to our next item on the agenda is special events. We have a special presentation, a recognition. If we could have Chief Shelley and Officer Kohler come up.
Mayor and City Council, here to recognize Joe Kohler for what he's done and also what he's done for our community as well. So a little bit of narrative on Joe Kohler. There's a lot of stuff in between all the lines. So if you want to stay afterwards and ask him all that stuff, you can. But Joe was born as an Arizona native. Not a lot of us left. Born in San Manuel, Arizona. Graduated from Coronado High School in Scottsdale. Served as a member of the United States Navy for 6.5 years to the last 3 years as part of the Naval Criminal Investigation Service, which is NCIS for all the moviegoers. This is where he got his interest in law enforcement, and he started his career with the Shola Police Department in 1995. During his 24.5-year career with the Shola Police Department, he has served as a patrol officer, criminal investigations detective, school resource officer, and assigned to the DPS Get 'em Squad as a detective. Over Joe's career, he served in a variety of leadership roles. He was a field training officer, patrol supervisor, investigation supervisor, and our training coordinator. For over 9 years, Joe's headed up the Shola Police Department's Citizens Police Academy and has built many, many positive relationships within our community. Joe has served the citizens of the Shola in a professional manner over the past 24 years. He has always displayed a compassion and empathy to those he comes across in contact with. He's always strived to be thorough in his investigation, and he took no shortcuts. Joe's been married to his wonderful wife, Laura, for 30 years. I should get some applause right there. So,
That for her or for him?
both.
Just checking.
Takes two. And we'd like to thank her and the rest of Joe's family for their continued support. In the city of Shola Police Department wanted to thank Joe for his service and commitment to the citizens of the White Mountain.
Amen.
Thank you, Joe.
Hang in there.
That's why I'm hiding it. They have some.
No?
They want to. Sure, go ahead.
This picture going in the post office?
I already got one in there, by the way.
At this time, Joe would like to present you an award here, a retirement from the city of Sholo for your service from 1995 to 2019. Don't let any time pass, okay?
Even get the box.
Congratulations, and thank you for your support.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank
It's up to you.
Okay. Not one for speeches. Just real quick, I just want to thank the city of Sholo for affording me the opportunity to have a long and very rewarding career here in the White Mountains. Beautiful place, and place that has grown up as a Valley boy. All my time before the service this is an area that I've always wanted to come to and work in. So it was great that it worked out to come up and all this time and retire and be here for many more years, I hope too. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Enjoy your retirement.
Thank
Thank you.
Next item we have is the consent calendar. Is there any item that needs to be pulled or discussed separately? Go through those items. We got a consideration of acceptance of grant funds from Libraries Lead with Digital Skills, consideration of acceptance of grant funds from the Cornerstones of Science for NASA, My Library Patron Experience Pilot, a proclamation proclaiming January 20th, Martin Luther King Day of Service, to be the day of service on April 25th, 2020, and then consideration of the minutes of the Sholo City Council meeting of December 3rd, 2019. I need a motion.
So moved.
You got a motion by Councilmember Leach, second by Vice Mayor. All those in favor? Any opposed? That passed 6-0. This time I'd like to read the proclamation that we have. Whereas Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was born on January 15th, 1929, dedicated his life to promoting peace, freedom, equality, and justice for all through nonviolent means. And whereas in 1983, the United States Congress recognized Dr. Ling's legacy as one of America's outstanding civil rights leaders by adopting the third Monday in January, the month of his birth, as a federal holiday, and in 1994 designated this holiday as a national day and service. And whereas Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service is observed as a day on, not a day off, to devote to service projects that strengthen communities, empower individuals, bridge barriers, and create solutions to social problems. Whereas the Sholo City Council and City of Sholo value and encourage community service and will honor Dr. King's teachings by designating a day in April 2020 to devote to one or more projects that will benefit the entire community. Now, therefore, I, Darrell Seymour, Mayor, on behalf of the Sholo City Council, do hereby proclaim January 2020 as Martin Luther King Day of Service in the city of Sholo, and encourage citizens to volunteer their time and participate with city employees in a service project on Saturday, April 25th, that will strengthen and enhance this community, dated the 7th day of January 2020. Thank you. This time we go to our next item, which is new business. Consideration of ordinance number 2020-01, amending section 72-4, 73-2, 74-1, 74-2, 7-6 of chapter 7, and a whole bunch of other stuff here. Okay. Mr. Chugaskis, we're getting into codes and rules and regulations, so turn the time to you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. For the record, all the numbers were Tamara Reedhead's idea. At the council retreat held October 11th of 2019, staff presented information related to the adoption of the 2018 IRC, International Residential Code, and the 2018 IBC, or International Building Code. Currently, the city uses the 2006 versions of these codes. Staff is recommending that the council amend section 724, 732, 741, 742, and 766 of Chapter 7, Building of the City Code, to replace the 2006 codes with the 2018 versions of these codes. Also included in the proposed changes are specifying the use of the 2018 International Fuel, Gas, Mechanical, and Plumbing Codes, and the 2017 National Electric Code. This recommendation is based on Show Low's ISO, or Insurance Services Organization rating, as well as other area jurisdictions adopting newer versions of the building code. ISO recognizes building codes as having a service life of 6 years. Codes older than this have a negative impact on the community's ISO rating. This ISO rating can also negatively impact homeowners' insurance rates. Staff has reviewed the 2018 versions of the building codes and compared them to the currently adopted 2006 building codes. While there are changes throughout the document, changes that appear to have the most impact on home builders is the requirement to install rain gutters, the requirement for arc fault electrical throughout the home, a change in the calculation of deck height in relation to guardrails. Also included are requirements for carbon monoxide detectors and changes in shear calculations. Staff held an open house with contractors to discuss these revisions on November 20th of 2019. Flyers were distributed at the building counter for approximately 2 weeks prior to the meeting. Emails were sent to 178 contractors with a valid email address, and letters were sent to an additional 54 contractors inviting them to this open house. Approximately 20 contractors attended. Invitations were also sent to all local government agencies, including Pima Mesa Fire and Medical District, Apache County, Navajo County, Springerville, Eager, St. John's, Pinetop Lakeside, Snowflake, and Taylor, with a number of those jurisdictions attending. No opposition was received, and several items were clarified for the contract. As with previous building code adoption, staff is recommending a 12-month grace period from the effective date of the ordinance. This grace period would allow contractors to submit building plans under either the 2006 or the 2018 building code. All submittals received after the expiration of the grace period would be required to meet the 2018 building code. With that, myself, as well as Mr. John Wilhelm, our building official, are available for questions.
Thank you. Any comments, questions, concerns? Okay, bring it back. Ask the city clerk by unanimous consent to read ordinance number 2020-01 by title only, since all members have a copy.
Thank you, Mayor. An ordinance of the Mayor and Council of the City of Show Low, Arizona, amending certain sections of Chapter 7, Building of the Show Low City Code, and adopting that document titled Revisions to Sections 7-2-4, 7-3-2, 7-4-1, 7-4-2, and 7-6-6 of Chapter 7, Building of the Show Low City Code by reference.
Thank you for reading that. We might have you read it again. I need a motion first to adopt the resolution number R2020-01. Councilmember Hatch, is there a second? A second by Councilmember Kelly. All those in favor? Any opposed? That passed 6-0. We're not going to go back, but we will then thank you for reading ordinance number 2020-01. And now I need a motion to adopt ordinance number 2020-01. We have a motion by Councilmember Leach, seconded by Vice Mayor. Any other discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? See that pass 6-0. Is that okay, Attorney? The way we handle that? Thank you. Okay. Next item is item 8B, which is special events. At this time, consideration of an application submitted by James Applegate on behalf of the Show Low Chamber of Commerce for a special event liquor license for a wine and whiskey tasting event on February 14th at Hampton Inn.
Thank you, Mayor.
And to you, Rachel.
Thank you. James Applegate, representing the Show Low Chamber of Commerce, submitted an application for a special event liquor license for a wine and whiskey tasting event on February 14th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at Hampton Inn, located at 1501 East Wolford. The license will allow the Show Low Chamber of Commerce to sell alcohol during the event. This is an indoor event with the main entry and exit doors being secured by chamber staff and board volunteers to check identifications, collect or verify payment, and prevent any alcoholic beverages from being taken out of the event room. Other doors that are located in the event room are emergency exits, and volunteers will be posted at each door to prevent usage unless there is an emergency. The Shola Police Department previously performed a background check on the applicant and found nothing that would preclude approval of this special event liquor license. The application and action taken by council will be forwarded to the Department of Liquor Licenses and Control. Unlike regular liquor license, the council's decision is final for such an application. Mr. Applegate is available for questions.
Any questions, comments? Councilmember Leach.
I move to approve the application submitted by James Applegate for a special event liquor license for a wine and whiskey tasting event on February 14th at Hampton Inn.
Is there a motion? Is there a second? Second by Vice Mayor. Any discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? That passed 6-0. Thank you, Mr. Applegate.
Did you want to talk?
No, sir.
We'd rather you did.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is consideration of award of a construction contract for North 16th Avenue Waterline Extension, City of Shola Project W-2019. Mr. Himmelsaw.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The city's fiscal year 2019 to 2020 capital improvement plan budget includes a total of $150,000 for small waterline improvement projects labeled general improvements. This budget line item is used for small waterline projects identified during the current budget year to better improve the water distribution system. A project was identified along North 16th Avenue, connecting an existing water main, Old Linden Road, to an existing dead-end section of water main located in West Willis. The looping of the water distribution system will increase redundancy, increase fire flow in the area, and eliminate a dead-end section of water main. The project consists of installing approximately 1,400 linear feet of 8-inch PVC water main, installing new water service, and fire hydrants, and replacing existing asphalt that was removed. The project was designed by city engineering staff with a construction estimate of $80,000. The project was bid in accordance with statutory requirements with the following results. Apache Underground Excavating, $75,050. Rock Country Builders Incorporated at $91,725.00. Ronald Specialty Contracting at $97,750. Navapache Equipment Services, $98,485. Western Grade LLC at $98,908.25. PAP LLC at $129,010. Surface Contracting at $157,700. And Standard Construction at $255,537. Staff recommends awarding a construction contract for the North 16th Avenue Waterline Extension, City of Shola Project W-2019 to Apache Underground Excavating in an amount not to exceed that $75,050. The bid tabulation is attached and I'm available for any questions.
I just want to know, is Apache Underground in good standing and everything on their other projects with the city?
Yes, they are. They've completed one, was it last year, ways that they're in good standing. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any other questions? Councilwoman Kukovas?
I always worry a little bit when there's such a discrepancy in the pricing. They're well aware of the ramifications of coming and within bid, right?
Yeah, they're happy with their bid, the low bid, and the higher bid there you see is quite high for this scope of work, and you'll see that on the next project as well. That seemed to be where they came in on projects very high.
Councilmember Leach.
Just to tag on what Councilwoman Kukovas said, I obviously we worked with this company before and they know how much we don't like overrides. So I hope he understands that, because that's almost $20,000 difference. So, and the next one's even worse, but.
You bet. Yeah, they're happy with their number, and they're we spoke with them. Their goal is to be quick, efficient, and make money as well. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
Look for a motion, Vice Mayor.
I move to award construction contract for the North 16th Avenue Waterline Extension, City of Shola Project number W-2019 to Apache Underground and Excavate in amount not to exceed $75,050.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Second by Councilwoman Kukovas. Any other discussion? Councilmember Vice Mayor.
I got just a comment. Thank you very much for doing this project. The people down that road has been waiting for this project for a lot of years. They wanted to see water down there and a fire hydrant to protect their homes and their properties. And this is a great asset to the people who live down 16th Avenue. I received phone calls tonight about So wanted to express that their gratitude and everything else for the city for making this project happen.
Any other comments? Call for the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? So that passed 6-0. Thank you. Next item 8D, consideration of award of construction contract for the West Cooley Sewer Replacement Phase 1 City of Shola project number S-0419 and approve associated budget transfer. Mr. Hamasaw.
Thank you, Mayor. The city's fiscal year 2019 capital improvements plan budget includes $331,040 for a sewer line replacement project labeled West Cooley Sewer Improvements. The existing wastewater collection system consists of aging 6-inch clay pipe and is requiring more maintenance and repairs. The West Cooley Sewer Main Replacement Project originally consisted of replacing the sewer main in West Cooley and connecting streets from Central all the way to 8th Avenue. During the budget process, the available funding further divided the scope of work into 2 phases. First phase was funded in the 2019 CIP. The scope of the work includes installing approximately 2,400 linear feet of new 8-inch PVC sewer main, 10 new concrete manholes, new services, and replace the existing asphalt removed. The project was designed by Ironside Engineering with a construction estimate of $370,000. ADQ approvals to construct were obtained. The project was publicly bid in accordance with statutory requirements with the following results. Rollins Specialty Contracting, $327,010. Apache Underground Excavating, $367,310. Rock Country Builders at $458,500. PAP LLC, $516,510. Apache Equipment Services, it's $561,650. In standard construction at the $826,620. After the costs for design are paid, $268,290 remains available for construction. A budget transfer from the CIP general improvements in the amount of $58,750 is proposed to fund the scope of work for phase 1. Staff recommends awarding the construction contract for West Cooley Sewer Replacement Phase 1. City of Shola project number S-0419, the Rollins Specialty Contracting amount not to exceed at $327,010 and approve those associated budget transfers. Bid tabulation is there. I'm available for questions.
Councilwoman Kakavas.
On your map there, there's not a red line on from 3rd Avenue to North 2nd Drive. Is that pipe okay?
It doesn't exist. Actually, that's the grade break. The sewer goes in 2 different directions there.
Okay.
So the sewer does go all the way to 5th and then goes north. And then at that point, it goes to the east from 2nd Drive to Central. So
Okay.
there is no sewer in that section. So, but everyone's getting served in that area.
My question is the same as I asked before. Is the contractor in good standing there?
Yes, sir. Good standing.
Look for a motion, I guess. Okay. Councilwoman Kakavas.
I move to award the construction contract for the West Cooley Sewer Replacement Phase 1 City of Shola project number S-0419 to Rollins Specialty Contracting an amount not to exceed $327,010 and approve the associated budget transfers.
Motion, second by Vice Mayor. Any other discussion? Councilmember Leach.
Real quick, is this going to be like on the south side of the road or is it in the middle of the road? Where?
It's in the middle of the roadway. This existing sewer line, it's pretty much directly down the middle of the roadway. The good news about this area is we're going to be able to route traffic around these small blocks that exist. But this is going to be in the middle of the roadway. There'll be sections that'll be temporarily closed during the day.
Vice Mayor.
Just one tag on to see if I'm correct or not. But after we get done with this job, then all the people in those subdivisions are going to be looking at a smoother road down Cooley.
Cooley is budgeted right now to be repaired. There's funding set aside for the Cooley repairs, and that is from 4th Avenue over to Central. This offshoots of the streets going to the south, those are not funded at this time. They're in better shape. Cooley's the one that needs the attention.
Yeah.
But just a reminder, the water line needs to get fixed as well before we fix the sewer, or before we do the roads, I'm sorry. So we'll be back in about 6 weeks with a water line project ready to award. So
hopefully everybody listening tonight will know that hopefully in another couple of years we'll have a good road there again.
well, we hope to get that road done this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The road is good, Mike. It's just the way we
Well,
do
that was just
the
it.
way we do our speed bumps. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
That's the
Appreciate
plan,
it.
yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, next item we have,
Vote. Did we vote on that?
Did we vote?
I thought we were, but yeah, sorry about that. We have a motion, second, and had discussion. All those in favor? Any opposed? Yeah, passed 6-0. Thank you. Next item we have is a summary of current events. Look, the council members, any current events they'd like to share. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted, it's been a long time since we had our last council meeting, so I want to thank everybody to help put the Christmas party together for the employees, and we had a great time there and a lot of fun. And so one thing that really stood out with that is, I believe it's Sergeant Park came up and introduced the 4 new officers that is with the police department, and it was really nice to meet the new people that's coming into this police department and being excited about serving the people of Shoals. So that was great. Happy New Year to everybody. Tended to drop the Deuce of Clubs over here at City Hall and handed out a bunch of $2 bills, and found out there's a lot of people that comes to that's from like Georgia. We had families from Georgia, 2 from San Diego, Washington, New York. We had people from Vernon and everything. So it was just a lot of different groups of people that came. It was probably just over 100, 130 people that came, and had a good time there. No snow was falling, but it was definitely cold. So, and the last thing is, please, I think it's necessary to keep this country and this president under your prayers and everything else that's been going on, and to show him that we're behind him and that we're going to fight for him. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments, council members? Councilmember Hatch, welcome back.
Thank you very much. On a personal note, I'd just like to express my deep appreciation to all those that contacted me, sent me cards and letters and words of encouragement. It really helped, and I do appreciate very much that. Thank you again.
Thank you. This time I just want to express our condolences also to a former council member, Jack Latham, the passing of his wife, Johnny Latham, who passed over the holidays. And we just appreciate what Jack has done for our community, and she'll be missed as well. I just want to wish everybody a happy new year and thankful for the new year and the blessings that we have in our community and the opportunities that we have to fight for our freedoms. And hopefully we'll remember that as well. City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple items here. As we begin the new year, our recreation staff has begun selling tickets to the Daddy-Daughter Dance. It's a popular event. It's for girls ages 0 to 13. It's on Friday, February 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the City Campus Gym on East McNeil. Tickets are $6 per person. The Recreation Department's also accepting applications for the 2020 Barbecue Throwdown, and they're also dealing with the winter pickleball season. If you need more information on those recreation events or others, 532-4140. Staff is beginning the process to prepare the city's annual budget for fiscal year 2021. In addition to the budget study session with the council on Tuesday, January 21st, at 6 p.m., we're hosting a town hall budget meeting specifically for citizen input the following Thursday on January 23rd at 6 p.m. All the budget meetings are held here in the council chambers and are open to the public. And finally, we want candidate packets for anyone interested in running for mayor or a seat on the city council. We're available beginning today. The necessary paperwork must be filed between Monday, March 9th and Monday, April 6th. The primary election will be held on August 4th. And if you want more information or want to schedule an appointment, you need to contact the clerk's office, city clerk's office at 532-4061. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Scheduling of meetings. Have any meetings other than the ones we taught?
Just a reminder that the council has a joint meeting with the Timber Mesa Fire Medical District Board next Tuesday, January 14th at 7 p.m. at the City Hall in Deuce Clubs room. And also there, I mentioned earlier, but there's a budget study session at before your next council meeting on January 21st at 6 p.m.
At this time, we need to move into executive session where we will have a discussion of possible Timber Mesa Medical District intergovernmental agreement. We'll also have an evaluation of the city manager, an evaluation of the city attorney, and approve the executive session minutes of the December 3rd, 2019. Discuss those. Vice Mayor, motion, second by Councilmember Leach. Any other discussion? All in favor? That passes 6-0. This time we'll adjourn into executive session. Thank you for being with us tonight.